And what happened in the 40s, people started fighting. They're like, I don't know you, you don't know me. You know, and people, especially in the North, tend to think that the South is really racist. And the North is racist, right? But it was about, in the South, it was all out in the open. In the North, it was all
filters the fuck out of
and so those tensions are still there. So that's the trick. Right? You got all this tension, right? You get these riots that happen. I think the first one in 1940 was both sides. So when after the riot was over, they went back and they tried to figure out what started the riot. The original stories were the white folks said that two black guys threw a white baby off the bridge and fell off. The black folks said that two white guys threw a baby off the bridge and fell off. Nobody even knows if the baby got thrown off the bridge at all. It's like people just wanted to fight, right? So nobody ever knows. 50s is another riot, right? Growing tensions, people started to leave the city. So I'm not going to say Detroit invented white flight, but it certainly did it better than a lot of places. I remember this. I went to an event in Rochester. There was community design centers. We were getting together. We were supposed to look at neighborhoods. And it was me and the representative from Cleveland. And again, not that we had the corner on white flight, but we felt like we understood devastation. And this woman from Rochester, really sweet, she's like, okay, she got us all on a bus and she was going to show us the rough side of Rochester. So we're like, okay, cool, let's see that. So we're driving around this bus and we're seeing some areas and I'm like, yeah, they could paint that house, that'd be good. And she kind of stops the bus and she's like, okay, I have to apologize, but we're about to go on one of the roughest streets of Rochester, you know, and I just want to prepare you all, this is crazy. And we're like, okay, like, I got my gun, we're good, like, you know. So we pull up, and there's two houses next to each other that are boarded up with perfectly cut plywood that's painted really nicely. And the rest of the street, everybody lives there. Me and the lady from Cleveland are like, where's this rough street you're talking about? You need to come to Detroit. And it's funny because it gets back to this whole thing. Detroit it has experienced so much in a negative way. But there's so many really beautiful things going on. So it's tough because you see those things, you're like, man, y'all don't even know. What do I mean by like the devastation? So right now, while I was living there.
So this is DARTALKS, a DART-friendly SMU initiative for human-centered design class by Professor Kate Canales in the spring of 2014 with our first guest speaker, Andy Sturm, after a trial round with Mr. Taylor Hendricks, who talked about education. Andy is currently talking about Detroit, socioeconomics, culture, and various other aspects. And we have a head count of about 15 guests through publishing the event in about 15 different media, newsletters. We're happy with it. This is Team DARTALKers with Chase Harker, Jonah Kirby, and Tech Guerrero on March the 1st, 2014. Thank you for being here.
This is on the east side of Detroit, and the thing about the east side of Detroit, I would say it's been the hardest hit. The thing about Detroit is, when you go to a city like Chicago or New York, they can take you to their bad neighborhoods, right? In Detroit, it's like this